Right, here comes here. It goes here comes transgender hate mail. Talk about transgender hate mail. Try to shorten things up, trying to basically get straight to the hate mail as soon as possible. So all I'll say is trigger warning. Let's read this hate mail. All right. The person in this video is biologically a male. The person was questioned about it. She is a her. Irish sport. Absolute. Word for penis. No dick. Word for penis. That's just saying he's female. No, he's male. Actually, what's going on here with this comment here is that they are getting confused on what is biological sex and gender. Okay, identity. Someone could say again. They've been saying woman. Using the word woman is for anyone who's feminine enough. The word man is the word used for who's masculine enough. So yeah, get it right. Biological sex and gender are two different things. But then it's like you're saying this person born with testicles is a female. No, he's not. He's a male. He's a boy. So it's really sad. Continue on. I don't think it that way because I'm not going to accept somebody that don't accept his real gender or sex, most likely. She's a girl, he's a boy. Here, Cox, you're horrible for saying that. No, sorry. I hope when you grow up, you give yourself a small pinch looking back at this. Nope. All good. Okay, so it's supposed to be a talk. Now it's started to be a fight. My sport is all the LGBT. My sport is against the LGBT. Thank you. Can you stop being so transphobic? Stop the hack up and leave, please? Like, no, I don't cuss. I got rid of that word. So it says, you speak about how they should accept themselves as they are. She is. No, he's not. No, he isn't. She's accepting herself for what she is. Nope. No, he's not. A female. He's a male. And there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, there's a lot wrong with that. He's saying he's female with a form of testicles. Penis and testicle. That's a male. So no, so he's that. Continue on. Here, Cox. It's just rude. This is just rude and offensive. If she wants to be a girl, she's a girl. No, it doesn't. No. If he wants to be a girl, he can't be. It's impossible. How does that affect your life at all? Seeing people fall, destroy themselves, and not helping them learn they don't need to destroy themselves. It affects my life. So someone says, you're an absolute legend. Probably talking about somebody else. I know, that's okay. Want to be a girl, lol. And I say, not true. Head gender is stereotypes. Reductive organs. That's how all the creatures are categorized. It's how we should categorize ourselves. That is science, I say. Someone else says, and I quote somebody else saying, here goes. Well, if you're a biological male and you're bleeding from your bottom, it's time to see a doctor. And I say, true. If you're born with a penis and testicles, or a vagina and ovaries, and you're bleeding from your bottom, then that's bad. You should go take that checked out. If you were born with ovaries and the lining of your uterus is flowing out your vagina, there's nothing wrong with you. I'm going to have to repeat here. That's fine. See what goes. You're transphobic. The fact that you don't accept who you are is very stupid. Who I am. I don't say that's what we are. Someone else says, that sex, not gender. Educate yourself. And then, of course, they've been saying, she's female. No, he's male. He's male. Born with testicles. Male. I'm sorry. Someone else says, God, listen, all you're saying is bias as well. And why do you care so much about if someone's trans or not? Because they're messing themselves up, and I got to fight against that. Why does this affect your life, you so much? Seeing people, basically go toward a cliff, is bad, and not saying anything as they head toward that cliff. It's bad too. You're supposed to hold back those staggering to a slaughter. That's what the Bible says. Continue on here. Are you trying to ruin someone's life because it doesn't affect you at all? It affects me a lot. I have the ability to stop, to do what I can to warn people against that nasty stuff. So I will. Someone says people should stick with their own gender or born sex. This is gross to change your gender or sex. God made everyone perfect and how they should be for the rest of their lives. God doesn't make mistakes. I should have thumbs up that. That's awesome. Someone says, do you know what transgender or gendered male is? A girl that wants to be a boy. Continue on. So it's a hero guys. No, it does not. I guess it does. Someone says hero guys. They're transgender, so it makes them a she. No, it makes them a he. Messed up. So technically, hero guys. Her, she, him, her, him. He. Here, Cox, you do realize that science proves you wrong, right? No, it doesn't actually. The science of surveys can try to prove me wrong, but it doesn't work. Send up to the science of anatomy, which proves me right. Continue on here. Here, Cox, no, he wants to be a girl because she feels uncomfortable in a boy's body. Too bad. He's got a boy's body. Gotta live with it. How can you say she's confined to stereotypes when he's doing the same thing? Stereotypes, and you don't even know her in real life. Well, I saw him, according to how he was dressed, according to the art and acting, dressed and whatnot, and he's a dude. He's obviously stereotypes, wearing pink, having long hair, makeup, saying he's a girl, come on, jeez, okay. You were by her side growing up. You aren't her therapist, You aren't her doctor. You aren't her mother. You aren't her. You don't know stuff, crap. Every other word, sorry, because I don't cuss. Got that. Someone says, "What do you mean she didn't want to?" You can see in the video she's happy, and she took that step to lie about her biological sex. Lie about his biological sex. I gotta say it right. Lie about his biological sex. You on here? Oh yes. Here's a thing. I basically made a screen cap of this art post that someone made about this original character from Psychonauts that they made. Ooh, I think it's a girl. But this they use they them pronouns. And I say, well, I only believe there's two sexes. I say to that person, it's like, oh, yeah, educate yourself on what's really going on. I'm like, yeah, I have. There are two sexes. There are many gender identities, which is identity. But two sexes, so it's really sad. So then they decided to hide their art from me, which is stupid. And I said, hiding art. I just titled it, "Hiding Art is Stupid Part 1." Yeah. Because I'm like, no, art is a statement. Okay, you make the statement. Okay, and if you don't like the statement, basically people hating on your statement. That's the issue. You don't. What you do with art is you hide it. You put it out there as a statement of what you believe and stuff. If people hate on that, that's part of the life. Okay? Oh, crap. That's part of the life. And instead of being like, oh, no, hide it, wuss out, you show it. Say, no, this is what I believe. Stand firm. That's what you do. Sheesh. Hide it. Okay, here we go. He plays the hero, part 64. So, oh, yeah, I quote someone on this one. Let's see. How much time do I have? It was like... Someone says, I say transsexualism, a sense of discomfort and inappropriateness about one's anatomic sex. And I say, because of fear of what they think will be forced to do as their physical sex. B, wish to be rid of one's own genitals and live as a member of the other sex. And I say, see above, in caps, in quote, brackets. Someone else says, because they sent me a link saying, here's what the real stuff is. And I say, okay, break it down. Send it back to them. Then someone says, the disturbance has been continuous, not limited to periods of stress for at least 2 years. People can live in fear that long. I say, it's not a bad sight. It's nice to see that others are studying this stuff too. People are very angry about that. Yeah. So here's the deal. 69. We go from 60 to 69, 64 to 69. 64, 69. Okay, so yeah, apparently stuff's missing, but we're going to do our best we can. Someone's trying to use the Bible to justify the transgender lifestyle. I'm not having any of it, but let's go through. Someone says, told us in Genesis 1:27, so God created man in his own image. In the image of God, he created them. Male and female, he created them. But you might say, the Bible strictly states that trans people are against nature, with which evidence essentially cites Deuteronomy 22:5. A woman must not wear men's clothing, nor a man wear women's clothing, but the Lord of God detests anyone who does this. Done. Transgender lifestyle, right there. Bad. Next. Someone said, then the person says, yet, women now wear pants on a regular basis, designed for women. And this argument can be made that the kilt looks like a lot like a skirt, but it's designed for men. So it doesn't work. Does it mean that all women who wear pants are sinning? No. Well, a perfect nun who dedicates herself to God be a sinner because she wore pants made of a mixed fiber under a robe spoken at church, which of course goes against 1 Corinthians 14:35, Deuteronomy 22:5, and Leviticus 19:19. No. But here's the problem. Those are town hall meeting churches. Those church town hall meetings. Different story. Also, yeah. No. And also, the mixed fiber is a thing that it was definitely not a good idea anyway, because it's not the best. So, yeah. And someone said, but I hear you say it all comes back to the story of Adam and Eve. You have to read it as a binary. That is a man and a woman. An incorrect way to read this. No, it's the right way to read it. Basically, which of the evidence comes to us from Genesis 1:1? So, being a God created the heavens and the earth. So, he created the heavens and the earth. Well, everything in between. Did he create the stars? Yes. Did he create the planets? Yes. Did he something else? God created the planets and stars. You like others read it as binary, then most read the aeons as binary as well, such as Revelation 22:13, which says, I am the Alpha and Omega, the first and the last, the beginning and the end. This point this person is trying to make is really silly. So, for this to be true, God must have, lowercase g, must have only created the world and never appeared again. Nope, not true. Where Alpha and Omega are the first and the last letters of the Greek alphabet. If that were the case, then who sent Jesus down? God. Who flooded the world? God. Who gave Moses the Ten Commandments? God. Unless that First, it's binary, which of course it isn't. Then it must be the spectrum. Adam and Eve must be a spectrum as well. No, they're not. They're binary. Sorry. Giving that single X chromosome on a computer as X, X, Y, which still is female. X